Okay, so now we're going to attach the body to the head. So this is the body of my bookmark, okay? I used paper and I laminated it, right? I'm using paper, once again, because unless you have really thin yarn, when it goes into a book, it will make the pages bulky, right? And for me personally, I prefer to have my book laid flat even when the bookmark is inside of it. So for that reason, I want to use paper because it's still the thinnest material. But I'm going to attach the head to my bookmark, and then at the bottom here, I'm going to attach the tail to my bookmark. So this is a piece of paper that I printed myself with a picture of a fox. And what I did is that I laminated the paper to make it stronger. So I have a video on my lamination. You can check that out. The link's also going to be in the description on how to quick and easily laminate your paper using tape. Okay? So once you have your bookmark body in place, I punched 3 holes on either side. So the width of this bookmark is approximately 3 centimeters. The length is approximately 15 centimeters. But you can make it as wide or as long as you like. So the way that we are going to attach it is this. Take your orange yarn and begin with a slip knot. Okay? Oops. Like this. Then you're going to take the front, the piece that's attached to the tail, bring it to the back. Insert your hook from the front into the first hole, yarn over, pull loop through, yarn over, pull through 2. So we're doing a single crochet. Then you're going to chain 1, and you're going to insert your hook into the next hole, pull loop through, single crochet. Then you're going to chain 1, insert your hook into the third hole, complete your single crochet. And it's going to look like this. Then you're going to chain 1 and turn your work around. Then you're going to insert your hook into the first stitch. Okay, so remember we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 stitches here. The chain 1 does not count as a stitch. We're going to insert our hook into the first stitch, do a single crochet, insert our hook into the second stitch, do a single crochet, insert our hook into the third stitch, a single crochet, insert our hook into the fourth stitch, a single crochet, and insert our hook into the fifth and final stitch, and complete our final single crochet. At this point, we're going to turn our work over. So what you're going to do now is attach it to our head. So to attach it to our head, we're just going to take our yarn, cut it, and we're going to sew it like how we sewed the ears on. Okay, so I will show you. Take your needle, attach it to the bottom of the head where you want it to be. Insert your needle and sew it in. Insert it into your second stitch, insert it into your head, pull it through. Insert it into your third stitch, insert it into your head, pull it through, insert it into your fourth stitch, insert it into your head, pull it through. Then, as you can see, we have it nice and secure. And then you want to insert it into your So at this point now, we want to just weave our end through. So at this point, we want to just tie it together. So we have our yarn, we want to take it into the stitch of our bookmark. Just create a little knot. This hole right here, we didn't pull all the way through. We have a hole left. Insert your needle back into the hole. And that'll create a little knot. And then from there, you want to insert it into your head and weave it through like this. And then simply cut it and stick it in the head. Like that. And this tail here, you want to do the same thing. You just want to weave it into the head. Okay? And that's how you attach your head to your bookmark. So now we're going to work on the tail. So to work our tail, this is what we're going to do. We're going to start with a slip stitch and attach it to the bottom of our bookmark. Okay, so here's our slip stitch, and we're going to crochet it at the bottom of our bookmark. So, just like how we did the top, okay, we're going to do it similar to the bottom. So we're going to single crochet, chain 1 into the first hole, single crochet, chain 1 into the second hole, and single crochet, chain 1 into the third hole. Then we're going to turn our work around. Then we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 stitches onto our bottom so far. The chain 1 does not, at the end here, does not count as a stitch. We're going to, in our 5 stitches, do a single crochet in each of those 5 stitches. Four and 5. Okay. And at this point, we're going to chain 1 and turn our work around. So once we turn our work over, we're going to do a decrease. So insert our hook into the first stitch, into the second stitch, yarn over, pull loop through, 2 loops, and then we have 2 loops remaining, yarn over, pull through 2. Insert your hook into the next 2 stitches, 1, 2, so it's the same decrease how we did a decrease in the round. Yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. Okay, and then we're the last stitch, we're just going to do a single crochet into that. Then you're going to chain 1 and turn your work around. Then we're going to do a decrease again. So into the first stitch, we're going to insert our hook. Into the second stitch, we're going to insert our hook. Okay, yarn over, pull through 2. Then we have 2 stitches remaining on our hook, yarn over, pull through 2. And then we have 1 stitch remaining. We're going to do a single crochet into that. And then we're going to chain 1 and turn our work around. Okay, so now we have our piece looking like this, and we are going to work the tail. So we should have 2 chains, 2 stitches so far. Okay, 1, 2. That's our chain 1, which remember doesn't count as a stitch, but we have 2 stitches remaining. And let's begin our tail. And let's continue our tail. So we're going to increase now. So we're going to skip the first stitch, work into the second stitch, and we're going to do an increase. So that's 2 stitches into that same stitch, 1 and 2. Chain 1, turn around. Then we are going to do a single crochet and increase. Then we're going to chain 1 and turn. So we have 2 stitches now. Into the first stitch, we're going to do a single crochet. Into the second stitch, we're going to do an increase. 1, 2. Chain 1 and turn. Then we're going to do 2 single crochets. We have 3 stitches. We're going to do a single crochet into the first stitch, a single crochet into the second stitch, and then we're going to do an increase into the third stitch. 1, 2, chain 1 and turn. So at this point we should have 1, 2, 3, 4 stitches. We will do 3 single crochet, one into the first stitch, one into the second stitch, one into the third stitch, and then we will do an increase into the fourth stitch. 1 and 2. We will do a chain 1 and we will turn. At this point we have 5 stitches on our row. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We will do 1 single crochet in each of the 5 stitches, and then we will change to white and chain 1 and turn. So let's do that. So in each of the 5 stitches we will do a single crochet, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then we will change to white. So we're going to take our white, we're going to twist it around once, around the orange. The white's at the bottom now. Then we're going to take the white and do a chain 1, and we're going to turn. So at this point we don't need the orange anymore. We can leave the orange. We are going to, or you can cut it off. We are going to do a single crochet with the white. Then we are going to do a long stitch. So it's going to go into not the first stitch, right? So normally go into the first one right there. We are going to actually go into the one below it, do a single crochet right onto there, like that. Then into the third stitch, we're going to do work right into the third stitch like normal, a single crochet. Then into the fourth stitch, we're going to do a long one. So here's the fourth stitch right below it. We're going to insert our hook, do a single crochet. And into the fifth stitch, we're going to do a single crochet like normal, like that. And that's going to give us these 2 little spikes. Then we're going to chain 1 and turn. Then we're going to do a single crochet into the first stitch. One half double crochet into the next stitch. So you're going to yarn over before we insert a hook. Yarn over like this. Then we're going to insert a hook into the next stitch. Pull loop through like normal. We have 3 loops on hook. Yarn over, pull through all 3 loops. Then into the third stitch, we're going to make a double crochet. So we're going to yarn over, insert a hook into the next stitch, pull loop through. We have 3 loops on hook. Yarn over, pull through 2 loops remaining. Yarn over, pull through the other 2. So after our double crochet, we're going to make treble crochets. So that's yarn over twice, insert your hook into the same stitch, which is the third stitch, pull loop through. We have 4 stitches on our 4 loops on our hook. Yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. That's 1. So after we do our treble crochet, we're going to do a double crochet into the same third stitch. So yarn over, insert your hook into the same third stitch, pull loop through, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. At this point, we are going to do a half double crochet into the fourth stitch. So yarn over, insert your hook into the fourth stitch, pull loop through, yarn over, pull through all 3 loops, and then finally we're going to do a single crochet into our 5th and final stitch. So our tail would look like this. So now at this point, what we're going to do is cut the yarn and pull it through, and then we're going to tie this piece together. We have our tail here and we have our 2 white tails. We're going to just tie them together to secure it. And then we're going to take our crochet hook and simply weave it in to our piece like this. and then cut it. You're good to go. Same with this end here, we're just going to weave it in. So we can hide it, and then we will cut it. And same with the orange, we will just weave it in. And then we will cut it. And there you go. And then with this tail as well, we will just weave it in. And then we will cut it. And there you have it. This completes our fox bookmark. So there we go, here's our bookmark. So this is what it looks like once again inside our book. And of course, if you have a longer bookmark, the tail will reach to the very end and come out of the end of the book like this alongside with the head. Right? But if not, if your book is longer, it'll still look like this, very cute, very tidy, and then when you open it up, you'll have the wonderful picture of the actual bookmark. Okay? So there you have it, how to crochet a fox bookmark. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you like this video, please give me a thumbs up and subscribe for more crochet tutorials and patterns.